I'm doing good. I'm doing
Okay.
fine.
I think it's better
Thanks
now.
for. I think
How,
I think so.
okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir.
Okay, that's
And
good
how's
to hear.
everything?
Yeah, we thank God.
Yeah. Our last episode was kind of cumbersome.
Yeah. Was everywhere, all over the place.
Network was having certain things, but we just touched on some subject. But the network was now making it look. It was just making like some of the voices. Have you played the video? Ah, I think your network is having issues.
You still having issues? Wow. Hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of slow.
Oh,
Are you are you using router or you're just using what did they call it? Maybe through the phone.
I'm using router. I'm using this MTN 4G.
4G router,
Yeah, so I don't know why it is like this.
buffering something. Yeah.
It's buffering, right? Hold on.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. You know, sometimes it will just
Okay, at
change
some point,
direction.
let's change direction. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because for me too, I'm also using the same thing. In fact, we have two here. But I put one close to my window because I understood that the hair, once the air is blowing, it always goes to the antenna. Like if I show you the back of my camera right now, you can see this MTN 4G router.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
I
And
think,
I have another one here also. Yes.
but I think, yeah, I think mine it should work, but I don't know why probably it wants to rain or something.
Okay, okay. But most times, this is what I do. I observe about this MTN router. If you open your curtain, it's like
Yeah.
they are working with hair or something like that. That's why I put it here. Initially, I will put it somewhere at the back here, but I observe the
Okay.
network is always having issue, so I put it where close to the window, so the network can always, it's invisible.
Technology, right?
Yeah,
And technology.
yeah. So
Okay.
we'll get, yeah. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm just there. Oh. How you doing as well? Is it my network? Hey, I think my network is having big issues.
Maybe something happened to my phone. I don't know. But I'm back on live. But I'm waiting for my my guest to join me because that means I just went off. Yeah. Okay, he's here with me. That's not it. So you should be joining me live right now. I'm waiting for my guest to. If you're just joining me live, please you can like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. My person is now joining me live, Mr. Olubode. No, this is my own fault. It was my fault.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
Okay.
what happened. Maybe someone is trying to hack my phone or the phone just did pop.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's
it went
strange.
off. Yeah. Some I've never experienced it before. This is my first time. Mr. Riley is saying hello. So I want to just focus on our discussion, and we just want to look into certain things. Let's just touch on certain observations of things. Now, we might use some of them to get back to our previous discussion. But before we proceed, let me ask how you said you're going back to somewhere tomorrow. So what's the
Yeah,
plan
I'm going
like?
back to yeah, just go out, see, do some personal stuff, and come back. But I work from home, so it's it's still more or less like a flexible thing for me, sha.
Okay. That means you're part of the
Yeah.
people who are enjoying Nigeria and the
And
opportunity that
honestly,
comes with it. I said you're part of the people enjoying Nigeria with the flexibility of internet.
yes, I'm enjoying Nigeria in the sense that if I'm able to make more, what's it called? I think things are cheaper, quite cheaper. But when it comes to, but I don't think that way actually. I try to think in a more holistic part, with a more holistic perspective. In the sense that if your neighbor is suffering, you're also suffering. Just don't wait until you start suffering before you start. So Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is bad. Even if I have little privileges here and there, but the country is bad. The country is bad. And I don't think I've even enjoyed any privilege per se. You just,
No, I'm just saying
maybe.
I'm just saying I'm just saying for you to be able to work from home, that means you are
Yeah,
enjoying something. At least that freedom.
well,
Uh-huh.
just little freedom.
Are you using other applications while you're using your internet?
Yeah, I'm using another app.
Okay, I think some of those apps will be draining the data. So
Yeah,
when they are draining data, it will start
I'll just
making the yes.
I'll just switch off some.
Sorry, yeah, Mr. Riley, thanks for joining me. Say hi, my friend. Namaste. My greetings to you. I'm happy you're joining us. So have you been able to bring down some of those things?
Yeah, definitely. Some of them are out. So I think she's better
Eh,
now.
perfect.
I'm taking notes now. One of these apps that are very stubborn. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, very perfect. Now I can hear you clearly. So
Wow.
we we might use one of these subjects we want to talk about, touch on. We might use it to navigate part of our previous discussion.
Okay.
So, I'm looking at the story of this guy, Daddy Freeze. I spoke about it this morning. I was on live this morning when I was talking about Daddy Freeze issue. Yeah. So
Okay.
the guy made another video. Initially, when he started, I was looking at Daddy Freeze like, these are one of the challenges people face. You know, is growing up as an individual. He's older than me by age. So when the story of this somebody talking about his ex-wife, his own ex-wife getting married to Daddy Freeze and suing Daddy Freeze for 5 million naira for committing adultery, I was like, doesn't make sense. Can money bring value to you after someone has taken your wife? In fact, there are certain things you just have to let it slide. You understand? But this person just insists, like, okay, he wants to go after Daddy Freeze, and Daddy Freeze started nailing. You know, one thing about Daddy Freeze sometimes is like he just talk, and maybe he doesn't do some critical thinking. Like, you feel like it's just one entity that can shake some things. I used to love his logical side sometimes, but at this particular junction, he has made almost 5 videos about this. He has made five videos now about this his wife package.
I think his wife also did a video.
Yes, his wife also did a video on I think it was on Sunday. I woke up on Sunday and I saw the video, and she was saying she's fighting for all women and blah blah blah. What's your take on the old stuff on this Daddy Freeze thing?
Yeah, so basically, I just felt that the Freeze as a person is a very controversial person, right? And that's this scenario of his marriage and 5 million naira issue. You know, it speaks to so many areas within the Nigerian society, right? And that the Freeze coming out to talk about it, like so many videos, just like the normal Daddy Freeze. When something is already like eating him very deeply, it comes out like 10 videos. I'm not surprised that it's not to 10 videos by now. So I'm highly surprised that it's just 5 videos for now. So, but at the end of the day, the man coming out to fight, I think it's beyond the money. I agree. I mean, the fact that you have lost a woman as a man, I don't want to know. You will surely feel this emptiness within you. Except you're not a man, you're not man enough. You always feel this. So I think it's beyond the 5 million naira. Although the lady was saying that she divorced due to sexual orientation, difference in sexual orientation. Well, I was initially I was trying to understand the meaning of that sexual orientation. Someone that said it's not probably but it's not that she's not being satisfied enough. It is probably the guy is a gay, a homosexual person, and why she's straight. So that's a different dynamic to that. So if that is the case, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say on that matter because it's a very critical one. That why I
Okay,
said so many areas of the society that we're currently ignoring.
but I want you to look at it from this angle. Actually, Daddy Freeze has the lady has 3 children for that man.
For that man, wow.
Yes. So if you have 3 children for a man and now you say you want to divorce him because of sexual orientation, if I am a judge, you have 3 children for more than 10 years because one of the child is over 10 years old, one of the children. So you've been with this individual for over 10 years and you bear 3 children for the person. And if I am a judge and you say you want to divorce the person because of sexual orientation, and then she started including the issue of battery and the rest of it. But let's look at it from perhaps the man is a gay. If the man was a gay, shouldn't she talk about it that I left him because he was a gay? Because now the person is trying to drag her in this relationship. So she just have to use sexual orientation and she
To
cannot
just
specify. So she put it in a way that everybody begins to think that maybe the guy is a gay or something like that. But I believe if the guy is a gay, for you to let him run away to stop disturbing you and Daddy Freeze, just call him out and say, I divorced you because you were gay, right?
definitely.
Will he want the 5 million? He wouldn't want the 5 million because
Definitely.
everybody is going to mock him. So I think, there's the time Kuti came on live and he was talking about threesome and foursome. So maybe that's another orientation that she's
Yeah.
actually trying to explore. Because
Yeah.
don't
So
don't be surprised that it is like this.
yes, definitely, because there is no clear cut description or definition of sexual orientation here. So we could actually assume anything So they don't like she's saying that the man is gay or the man is so. But definitely, there are so many inconsistencies with what the woman said. Definitely, and the fact that you have given birth to someone for 3 children to for someone shows that it's beyond just the sexual orientation thing. Because I mean, maybe you had sex now, you had a child. Of course, probably during that period you had no sex for like 9 months, right? Then after delivery, you still want to like hold on to like say probably 6 months. I don't know, maybe hold on to like 3 months. Then probably do it again. Then you have a child 9 months plus 6 months. So you can't tell me that during the period of having children, you guys did not do anything. You understand? And of course, if he was gay, I don't think he would do more than one child or two, because he will always be running away from the lady and all that, pursuing other same sexual orientation individuals. So there's more to it, and I think the argument was that the face is being sued 5 million naira for adultery on the ground that what's it called, the woman was having a sexual affair with Daddy Freeze prior to the divorce, prior to the authentication of the divorce. So before Daddy Freeze is saying no, he can't pay, that he's innocent. Of course, before the court made a decision that he should pay that money, they must have seen evidences or received evidences that there's a potential relationship between Daddy Freeze and his wife. So Daddy Freeze coming out to talk, he just like has no ground. I mean, what could have been a good way to defend himself would have been the ruling of the court. Like, on what ground is the court saying you should give out that 5 million naira? You understand? So if he brings out the ruling of the court and then we are able to debunk what other newspapers have said, like Punch and the likes. So, but he's coming and saying, no, he's like coming out in a form of in an aggressive manner, like also, and he expect everybody to believe. You understand? So I think in this case, like when I was listening to your live this morning, I think what those two are failing to what's it called, to acknowledge is the fact that the children will be the ones that will be affected, not them. These children now, when they get to school on Monday morning, or I think they are on the days, I don't know. When they get to school, probably during their summer break, all of them will just say, I saw you that day online. You get that kind of thing. So it affects their psyche. So they shouldn't even be coming online doing all those sort of things. It's really bad. I really felt, I was just thinking of the child. I was really thinking of the child when I saw the woman's life. I'm like, this is going to be messy. Like mentally for that child. That the following the child should just stay offline. Except the child stays offline. Because it's going to be
Yeah,
bloody or messy. So that's just
yeah.
it.
Because what I looked at is like they ask you to pay 5 million, and he made a video the other time. He said he can pay more than 5 million naira. Now let us just be a little bit logical. If you love the woman, why bother yourself bringing yourself publicly to start fighting this? Why not just give the man the 5 million, no point of
And
court, the woman to yourself and enjoy your life, rather than trying to fight him and wrestle things that doesn't really make sense. I don't know if you're seeing it from that angle.
I think it was triggered by VDM. Because VDM was the first, like, I think it was it VDM that was the first, like, come out and say, oh, Daddy Freeze, you have to come to my live for us to talk. I think that was the
Actually,
trigger.
it was, yeah. That
But I
was the
think,
first person
but
that was.
later on, I discovered that he had uploaded a video before VDM posted his own video. So that means it was not just that. That was not the trigger. Potentially the court's case, probably the one that Punch released to the public, was what triggered him. But at the same time, I felt even the Punch release was not a trigger. It was not that viral. It was, I think, it was something that he could have managed. As it was when it came to the live, and then that VDM came to the live, and then it got blown. As in fact, most of the references that bloggers have now are mostly the discussions that the Freeze made, not the one from VDM. So he could have handled it
Yeah,
better, basically. But now it's going to be all messy.
yeah.
And that 5 million naira, he will pay it. He has to
The,
pay it.
Yes, he will have to pay the 5 million because it seems with what he's saying, the guy actually won them in the low courts. The guy
Yeah.
actually won them in appeal courts, but he believes that in Supreme Court he's going to win the case,
It's just
according to what
delusional.
he's saying.
He's just being
I don't know,
delusional.
maybe he's being delusional. At the end of the day, it kind of changed my perspective on how I see him. Because for me, I love when I listen to leaders. I love the fact that leaders who share the same idea, the only way we can connect is when we share the same viewpoint. And there's nothing wrong with you marrying a divorcee. I'm not even against it. Should a woman
It's
not
not
get married because what if she's a widow? Yes, but
definitely.
they are still in court and the guy requested 5 million and you say you have more than that and now you keep dragging it and the woman also is coming to fight for all women when the case has come publicly and like, okay, righteous woman, God bless you, Benedict Elechi. You did not go to the house of the Senate, house of representative. You did not
To
go
fight
and
for
say, okay,
people.
let's change the constitution. uh, she did you hear any news about it? Trust me, women will support her if she was actually fighting. If not because of she fighting for this when this is actually happening. So it's just a
Uh,
psychological game. That's how I view it.
Funny enough, I think
So
when I was following Daddy Freeze, I I looked through because he has blocked me already. He blocked me on Twitter. That was like years ago. But
wow.
yeah, so I think when I was following following his trend and all that, I realized that this story is not now. It has been for a very long time, but I think it died down probably due to Daddy Freeze not really coming out about it. So yeah, I think I've always known that the Freeze is someone that's very controversial, and it's like, for example, you look at his interviews. Well, let's do something. They say what's it called? Birds of the same feathers flock together, right? So that means there's a potential that the person you align yourself with are probably make you probably describe who you are, definitely. So the people that the Freeze has interviewed over the past years are people that I feel are very controversial, and because of that, it has made me like have like an open perspective on Daddy Freeze and anything he says. Like I'm not on the supporting side, either am I on the opposing side. That's something that yeah, said that has made has encouraged me as a person and has
Yeah,
driven me
yeah,
far. But as a person, I don't think that the freeze represents um that symbol of morality, or symbol of how can I put it, a model figure. Because if you look at the
yeah,
people that he has aligned with, for example, I mean, he interviewed Hush Puppy and he was saying everything good about Hush Puppy. He was saying Nigerian youth should work hard so they can reach the level of Hush Puppy. People are just saying rubbish. That alone speaks something negative about his brand. Because now Hush Puppy is in the prison, right? So that alone speaks something negative about his brand. And he has always been one sided. There was this story about Pastor Toby Adewega and Kayode's wife and all that. And he just came and the other stories basically. So I think people like his fans should just realize one thing. That if Freeze comes out to say something that very, they just be open actually. Come out to something that very nice. And sometimes, it could be once. So when during that period, I think true intelligence comes in when you're able to identify that the Freeze is coming out to
mm,
say something that one sided about. So you just and the other part is when you're like able to like say, oh, he's being honest here, let me listen. So that people should just try to understand.
yeah. Before we round up on this thing, I would ask you a question.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it possible for you to get married to a woman who is once married and she says she's no more interested in the marriage? And you ask her why. She said it's because there's sexual orientation between she and her previous husband. So, how do you think if you get married to such a woman, you are always going to please her?
Yeah, I
So
think
that
I
means
for
if
me,
you're
okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah, so if your orientation, maybe you are having threesome now, and that's the orientation she actually like, and at some point she's like she wants to become tensome, and you just prefer the threesome. How can you sustain such a woman? Does that sound logical? to say that I divorced my husband because of sexual orientation, and I think that your own orientation merges with mine. Because to me, it proves that you are actually married to Daddy Freeze because of sex. That's how it
Yeah.
appears. If orientation is the highest thing, then it's because of sex. If you are the one, or as a normal Nigerian, do you think that actually makes sense for anybody to
Yes,
engage
I
with a
think
woman based on that?
for anybody trying to like make any form of sense from this argument, I think everybody should always realize that everything that what they are saying is that is beyond that. I think it's just an excuse. Saying sexual orientation is just an excuse. It's not like that is the main thing. There's more to it. There's more that people are not even saying. You get, and I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get to. I don't want to say anything that like, oh, that probably cause or probably probable reasons that could have influenced. Because anything that comes to my own mind, I'll tell you. Sometimes vogue, sometimes there is what's it called, vow. To the ears of certain listeners or that is Freeze fans.
No,
So
as long as we are not accusing him, I don't think there's a problem.
yeah, I'm not even accusing you. I'm only saying that that there are many possibilities here, and I mean, it could be on the ground of financial, you know, preference. I mean, the guy could be broke and that the freeze. I mean, it could be on the ground of, so there's so many grounds. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm only saying it could be. I'm not defaming Daddy Freeze or his wife. So, but the reality is, anybody that's trying to take sides here and make sense of it should be logical about it and not just like join the bandwagon on sexual orientation is sexual orientation that I think people should even try to like that the face himself should be advised like those kind of things should be like stop talking about it, try to sort it out amicably out of the court just for the children because the children are the ones that are affected. Nigerians of nowadays don't even care about their children. I don't know why. You come out
True.
and just say things. You just come out and say it. You don't know that the internet never forgets. The child, once the child becomes popular in the future, someone just come that it's not you. You don't be they don't be at the video. See your daddy here now. You understand? So people should just understand that your next generation are the ones that will be affected with everything you do online, basically. So
True.
the people at the bloggers should, and of course bloggers will always use this to make money. So it's talk about it and make money, of course. But I think they should just try to die it down and that the should like have like a balanced ground, for because the woman basically I don't say anything. I went to VDM the other day and I was kind of agreeing with him about some things he was saying about though that VDM has his own, but he was laying down some logic about the whole thing, this sexual orientation, this. He was like, it seems the woman is doing so. Let's put it that way. But logically, it does not make any sense. I mean, if I was the one, someone comes to me and say, "Oh, can we get married? I'm divorcing my husband." I'll run away. Because it means that if you can leave your husband because of sexual orientation, that means you can leave me because of sexual orientation too. Because that
Yeah.
is it. I
True.
have to tell myself. So, for that if you to accept it, that means there's more to it than nobody is saying.
True.
You
But
understand? Yeah.
I believe this celebrity life at some point we will hear more. That takes
Definitely.
me to something.
For me, I tell people one thing, which is this. I was telling somebody about this matter yesterday, right? I'll tell someone that see Nigerians or followers around the world, the way they see their celebrities is wrong. Because someone's a celebrity, don't mean that person cannot do wrong. They are humans. They can make mistakes. They can do wrong. So their life should not be like a model for your life. It should just be like a lesson that I cannot afford to do this and I cannot afford to do that, or I should do this and I should do that. But people carry this celebrity on their head and say, "Oh, you can never do wrong. It's all righteous." If you have watched movies like um, not like a movie. I see a book and a movie. I've watched the title. Um, Fault in Our Stars. Have you seen the movie?
No, but because you're mentioning it, I'll try to check it. Tell me how to spell it. Fort. Do you call it fort in
Fault
our
like
slide?
fault. Now stars F A like fault like error
Okay,
FAULT
FOULT,
fault
yes.
in our stars like star symbol
Okay, yes,
STAR.
yes, yes, yes.
So the it was like I think the main actress was is it Shailene Woodley or so, I've forgotten the main actress, but one of the famous actress. So the lady actually happened to like have this eagerness to see a role model. You understand? Because I think she read his book and she was like, "Oh, I really like to meet this man so I can talk about like the book and all that." Then Destiny like brought them together, and she realized something that our heroes are not who we thought they are. They are just somebody else. Yeah.
True, true. And what I always say is this: I don't like pushing my beliefs to people. What I believe, I don't think anybody should believe my beliefs. But I think that one thing that we're supposed to understand as people who are coming online is to understand that we can only give you our viewpoint on things, but we shouldn't be making you feel like our choices are the right way of thinking. And that is what I see most people trying to do. Like when I go to religion, when I talk about religion, I'm not saying don't go to church. I'm like, this is what is happening based off history. Now you can make a decision to go, you can make a decision not to go. So that's just how I
Definitely.
view it. Now there's another thing I would have loved us to touch on. Have you heard of this new REMA album?
Yeah. Ace. Is it Ace or how do they spell it?
What's
Yeah.
your thought on
It's
it?
nice. Yeah. I don't, what my thought on this from what perspective? From a perspective of a music listener, a fan, or a critic, or just in random person. In that different perspective.
I
If it's
think
about the song, it's about the song, about the music, about the music, I have a different perspective. It's about the content. I have a different perspective.
let's look at it from the music and the content
Okay,
of the
from the
music.
content. Well, if I should reflect on the content, I feel it's what's it called? It still boils down to the quality and the sanity of the Nigerian music industry. I think we have gone from Z to minus A, minus B, minus C, minus D. We are going to ground zero. Because the content wise, I could not really. I just feel it's still part of um this thematic music industry, which goes by promoting sex, promoting drugs, promoting immorality, promoting any form of moral ills, basically. So it's still
Mm,
like around that backdrop. So, and then the painful thing about the new sound is, no, I'm saying this now, like in case anybody sees and tries to like hold me for but it's just it's
yeah,
my own idea, it's on my own perspective, or not like I'm saying you should hold that perspective too. So there is this
yeah.
spiritual connotations to some of the lyrics that people should just go and try to investigate. So the HEIS is after a Greek god. So it
Mm,
stands for numero uno, which is number one. So there is an attachment of spirituality to those songs. I was joking with somebody recently that I was playing the song. I said, "Oh my God, I'm inviting, I'm inviting demons to my house." But that is an unfortunate truth. Basically, I'm not saying that Rema consulted the devil to sing those songs. I'm only saying that if people should actually sit down and dig into the lyrics and the content, there are spiritual connotations to the songs, and
mm,
people just need to be awakened. You understand? That I say, you know, as a church goer, you know, you are depriving yourself of the element of truth or the element of true spirituality. Because people don't understand that, but Bible said it that my people, what's it called? People
Perish
lack because
because of,
because of lack of knowledge.
lack of knowledge. Yeah,
People need to go beyond, going to listen to one man telling you or bombarding your head with so many theological doctrine or that is from different places sef. You just need to go and sit, read your Bible, and then research about these old religions, the Babylonian religion, the Anunnakis, the Sumerian, the Greek religion, the Greek mythology, the Egyptian mythology. These are things that some of our artists dig into to like extract some, because music is a force that people don't understand. You see, when an artist drops a song and everybody starts vibing to it, people don't understand that it's as if a vibration is being channeled into you and is making you to
true.
act the way you act. That's why some songs will be released, and then people start engaging in all form of immorality. You start having sexual thoughts. You start having thoughts to engage in illegal deeds and all that. So that song for me, because me, as like people, I am illuminated. I'm a Christian, but I'm illuminated. I'm not an Illuminati member, please. I'm illuminated. I know things. So if I listen to it, I don't get affected. I'm only listening to for the fun of it, not for
Yeah,
trying to imbibe. So basically, for me the content is for me the music, from the music perspective now I'll give is the songs are nice, they are all redeemable, they're danceable and all that. But should people listen to it and like, yes, you can listen to it if you want to. I'm not saying you should not listen to it, but be careful
yeah.
of what you listen to because of what you're receiving to your inner person, your inner mind, your spirit man. Those songs or those sounds have spiritual connotations to it. So when you listen to them, start dancing, and you start thinking of doing something illegal or doing something, you just know what is
Now,
happening to you. More that, yeah, that's what I can say. I can't say more than that because I have more things to say.
oh,
I can't say more than that.
yes. Um, Here's what I think. I agree with you completely. I don't know. Maybe later you might touch on that. Numerous. You said numerous. Maybe entity.
Yeah, that is like the Greek god, like number one.
Okay. Now here's what I see about Rema and this is new album. There was an attitude that Rema used to have before, and the attitude of Rema is that Rema tries not to pay attention to negative things. Are you getting me? Rema was someone who, if you even bring up anything about fighting anybody, Rema is just like, I want my peace and I want to sing my song. And it was kind of embodying the lifestyle of Whiskey. Whiskey don't have time fighting anybody. But it get to a point where I realized that, after him saying he would never smoke and now he find himself smoking, I believe life happens and people grow and people change their perspective in life. But during that time when he started smoking, people started batching him a lot. And I was like, this does not matter. But the reason why people are bashing him are two reasons. That number one, he left Maven record, that's Don Jazzy. And secondly, he's now smoking because he's associating himself with Charlie Poppy. So when you listen to some of the song in the Ace, it looks like he's just like saying words like talking back to those people and sending the message to some of them indirectly. And here's what I now think. There is maybe he's trying to start something new in a new style of reading. But if you look at the trajectory of Rema when he started music, he was kind of elevating himself, moving up, moving up. If he had sang this song before he became what Rema is now, singing Calm Down, we would say that maybe it was when he was coming up, he had to sing songs like this. Now it looked like he's singing a song that a new artist who is just learning how to sing. I did masham, I did masham, I did masham, I did masham. I'm like,
Okay, so yeah, so basically, so I want to reiterate that is after Ilios. Ilios means the sun god in the Greek religion. Is the god that is after that, like what's it called? says he drove a chariot to David from the east. So he's like the sun god. He commands so many parts just for him to be worshipped and all that. It's a form of like creative power behind it. So basically, you see, actually people need to understand music and spirituality. Fela says, I see Fela used to say that there's a spirit behind music. I'm not saying it in a direct quotation. There's a spirit behind music.
Yes. He
And
said,
one thing
don't play
I've
with
learned,
music.
yes, we don't play with music. I mean, there's a spirit. Yeah, exactly. Not direct quotation. And one thing I've learned, a lot of people need to read. People need to read. If you don't want to even read, YouTube is there for you to like watch videos and learn. Actually,
Sim-
there's one thing that is called astral projection, right? Now, in the form of astral projection and trying to like get yourself into the dimension, a spiritual dimension, people engage in that. Why one of the I don't go to church again. People engage in repetition of sounds. They repeat sounds over and over and over and again, so that you're able to like enter into like a different realm. That why you see
yeah, but
in most So that why you see in most of these Christian songs, they repeat the same thing over and over and over. They cannot say Jesus, 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 Jesus. They repeat it until you feel that you're already in the some kind of spiritual dimension that you are not in, and you start feeling those kind of spirits entering you and all that. So people need to understand that these musicians are also smart. You see, the what's it called, the those in the dark, in that, can I put it, in the dark area, or the people engaging in dark arts, they will not come out and to tell you that we are doing this. They will just put it in their songs, and then it is you that you have to defend, shield yourself to these things. So you see, like when I was listening to when once I found about the album is there are so many songs on that album that involve that element, involving repeating of the lyrics over and over and over and again. It's just a form of enchantment, trying to like um drag the listener, trying to like make the listener engage in, or get immersed into the songs. So basically, the song basically has like I said, spiritual connotations to it. Just everybody have to like be careful with what they listen to and what they repeat. So that's how it works. So there are so many. There is many songs on the album. I think one of the songs that had like repetition was, I think, Ease had repetition. The Ozemba had repetition. The Marchand song had repetition. The Villian song had repetition. All of these songs had repetition, and that's how it works. It's a form of um, how can I describe it now? Hypnotism. Hypnotism.
yeah, sorry,
Ah,
it was my network that had issue. I had to put on the other router now.
okay, okay, okay. So yeah, I was talking about the spiritual connotations behind those repetition of sounds, and for me, just like a form of hypnotizing the listeners. So as a listener, you just get hypnotized. Like even if the song does not make any sense to you, you find yourself repeating the sounds and the same song. You understand? Like the lyrics just sticks to you like so permanently, and you're like, oh, you're not singing. It don't make any sense. I dey match. I'm like, what are you matching? You understand? So it does not make any sense. You just keep
Now,
repeating. You keep repeating the sound.
Now, apart from just the music stuff, the way you even pushed it, it made me even look at certain things. There was a video I saw on Instagram yesterday where they were playing certain people in the parties, and they broke the stage because they were playing this REMA song. I did match they were all jumping big, 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 big on the stage, and the thing broke. And I'm like, how can you keep enjoying yourself by acting like an animal because of the music of an individual, saying you are celebrating, and you don't understand that this is actually contributing psychologically to your life? Because there was some, I love when people talk to me, I always tell them that give me your music. I want to know the kind of music you listen to. And if I listen to the music you actually pay attention to, I can have a glimpse of things
Who you
about
are.
what moves you. And because you are in control of what you listen to, then I understand what is in control of you, including your beliefs. And the way you portray it and the way you navigate with this story, it makes me actually look at the spiritual side of it. And I'm like, maybe, I said something earlier, like he has moved down to the aspect of maybe talking about his haters also in certain ways. Like
Yeah,
that's
so
what that's.
that sound itself is sounds so devilish and all that. See, I'm not coming from any Christian perspective here. I'm only coming from, like I said, even Christian songs, like those when you go to your churches and your those. I'm telling you for a fact that some of your favorite gospel artists, they employ these tactics to just get people hypnotized. So people just need to realize the power or the essence of the kind of songs they listen to. Music itself is so powerful. It has this spiritual connotation, and I think there was this there was this viral video about one guy that held, is it Young Thug or something like that. One guy, one popular artist abroad, he held this program called the Astral Show or something like that. And in that show, right from the beginning of the show, you would have seen this big onlooking figure, like as if it was what consume people. Now in that show, this is still on YouTube actually. I've forgotten the name of the artist, very popular artist like this. But in that show, people got killed, like people died. People died from stomping, like imagine a normal human being stomping someone that is beneath you, and you continue because you are enjoying the song. You understand? So people just need to understand that when you act because you are listening to a song, just know that you are being influenced or you are hypnotized to act that way, the way you act. So I've seen many Rema songs, and the guy comes and some people say it's Illuminati. Some people say he has joined an occultic group. Then he comes out to say to debunk them and start giving some symbolic meanings to to some of his artifacts or sounds and the like. I remember him saying the church, the chain he was wearing, the church being turned upside down is a reputation of where he was coming from. That he used to be a church boy, and the bat means that he's an Edo boy, and bat is a common bird in or common animal in Edo State, right? Another excuse form of descriptions, but in reality, people just need to understand the fact that music is very powerful, and it could determine how you see life, or it could determine how you relate to other people. And like you said, the kind of song you listen to, tells who the person is. Basically, just that for me, I listen to all sorts of songs. I use sound because song, not because I want to be influenced per se. I use to sound because I just want to listen to. I just want to listen. I want to like reflect on what I've learned, and then try to link it up. My if I want to, listen to a song that I really this song to enter me. I use song like J Cole, because J Cole is a conscious music. I use conscious music basically. You must be telling a story about something. You be telling a story about how how you grew up, and then how probably how your father left your mother and all that. I love to listen to that kind of story. Like, what are your experiences? Again, these are conscious songs. But you see all these songs that you just repeat, repeat, repeat. I just know that this person has entered into some kind of I have to be careful with this person. So you understand? That's just it. So I cannot really criticize him from perspective of say music. Music, I into his song. I'm not like, but at the same time, I'm also wary of the kind of things that comes out of that song. Are you there? So is Helios in Greek religion is the sun god, sometimes known called Titan. He drove a chariot daily from east to west across the sky and sailed around the northerly stream of the ocean, each night in a huge cup. He became increasingly identified with other deities, especially Apollo, who came to be interpreted as a sun god. I just want to read more on his